Now, obviously, is going to be some impact on rates. And last time you kept rates fairly reasonable, but you added a one-off charge in there as well. What are things looking like this time?
This time we've gone through quite a robust process to be able to look at what our core mandate functions and responsibilities are going into the future. So obviously our 44 million commitment to new flood protection schemes is top of mind. And then we look at all our regulatory functions and activities that we have to, per the RMA, deliver on. And then we look at the non-regulatory. So that's what we've done so far. And I think we've done a very good job. Staff have done a very good job to get down to the bones and start from there. We understand that our ratepayer has significant cross, not just with our council, but within the territorial authority. So we're working closely with the territorial authorities as well to understand what their rate rise may look like next year, starting as year one of a 3-year long-term plan process. What we're also we're conscious of is that across the country, there aren't many that are in single figures rate rise in terms of councils nationally, and many as high as 30%. So we're getting some indication now of how hard it actually is to fund through local governments, through rating, some of these core infrastructure investments that have probably been undercooked in the past. So this is facing up to the past and the lack of investment by keeping rates so low over many generations.
So do you think it will be almost certain to be in double figures at least?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like across the country and surely for the regional council. I'd like to also point out that we had a zero rate rise during one of our COVID lockdowns, and that's really come back to be evident in terms of our borrowing capacity. So we thought hard times were in COVID, but no one expected Cyclone Gabrielle to cause so much devastation. And so we need to account for that. We need to rebuild with resilience. And that's what we're asking our community when we come out to our public consultation.
Central Hawke's Bay Mayor Alex Walker told me she's predicting between 20 and 30% rates rise for her council. She and other mayors have said to me that they believe the system of local government, the model of local government is broken. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I absolutely agree that there needs to be better processes and mechanisms for cost sharing of core infrastructure. So if we think about flood protection for Hawke's Bay Regional Council, there were one-off funds through the PGF back when Shane Jones was the Minister of Regional Development. And that allowed for the Taradale Stop Bank to be upgraded. And what we saw from Cyclone Gabrielle, it just tipped over, or just got over, but essentially it saved billions of dollars of infrastructure, homes, most likely lives, if that hadn't been done. Now, the regional sector, which is a collective of all the regional councils across the country, have come up with a proposal to the government, which has been declined through the mini budget of recent. And that looks at what does good co-investment for resilient flood protection look like across the country. So we're calling on the government to say, look, when it comes to roads, when it comes to bridges, when it comes to flood protection, there needs to be a far better mechanism for cost sharing, because we can't just keep rating our way out of these core infrastructure builds to protect our communities. So I totally agree. There needs to be a better mechanism when it comes to infrastructure cost sharing.
Are you confident that this new government will play ball and create a system that works?
I think what I've seen out of the mini budget and from their campaign promises that they are getting back to core basics. Now, whether that extends to a support for local government for what we need to do, but benefits the whole country, we're yet to see. But I do believe their priorities look at flood protection, roading, bridges. So, look, in our situation for the region, that's what we need to focus on in terms of hard infrastructure building. So, look, it looks promising, but how they're going to fund that and try and deliver on their tax cut promises, it's going to be a challenge for them.